Hello and welcome back again, all my star pupils. So today we are going to be doing the video for the tarot, and we're just going to be focusing on the cups. And I really was compelled to do this video today. I'm going as natural as possible, you guys. It's been a really rough week. Things have been going on, so I just wanted to film this. I wanted to just let it all go, like with the emotions and just with everything. So I felt that the cups would definitely be a good start to talk about today for this video. If you guys haven't checked out the other tarot videos, there is the tarot video that is about the major arcana. There's also the tarot video that we talked about last week with the pentacles. If you guys haven't seen those, I will link them down below. So we're starting today with the cups. So what's interesting about the cups in the tarot is the following. The cups are basically all about emotions, feeling capacity, heart, anything having to do with water as a conduit. The cups are very spiritually based, very emotional, very heartfelt feelings, that type of thing. They also can be predicted to be in the signs of either Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, the water signs, because obviously the cups do hold a lot of the water, which we talked about before in one of my previous videos, that water is a conduit for energy. So whatever you place into water or whatever you're feeling, usually it gets reciprocated. We talk about reflections in water, all those type of things, you guys. So that's pretty much what the cups are in the tarot. It's about emotional feeling, things that are going on, your cup being full or not full, things having to do with personalities, that type of thing. So what we're going to start with is we're going to kind of go a little bit out of order for this as well too, because it's good just to kind of get a sense of what stuff looks like out of order too, because a lot of time in card readings, these cards do not come in order at any point, especially if you're shuffling, you're doing spreads or decks or anything like that. So I'm just going to basically get right into the video. I did also want to mention that the next time that we do this, we are going to be working with the wands, and that has to do with fire energy. So as time goes on, what I'm probably going to be doing this week on my Instagram is I'm going to be linking some things about the wands, what those basically are. You guys kind of asked for suggestions with the tarot for different deeper meanings of things. What do certain cards mean? So I'm going to try and get those up on my Instagram. If you guys can like or follow me there. It's just easier to put pictures up on Instagram to kind of show you guys specifics of each of the cards. So I'll definitely be doing that as well. We are going to be starting with the Ace of Cups today. So the Ace of Cups is a great card, you guys. This is basically emotional overflow. This is a new beginning emotionally, having to do with the heart, having to do with your cup overflowing, having to do with peace. You see, obviously, the dove that's up top there, the cross, and then you have, the upside down M or W, which is for water. Water is obviously spiritual and it's a conduit. So you have the hand of the universe offering you a cup. This also does signify the spring. So this is something, and obviously that would make some sense too with the water flowing out of the fountain, the springtime. So if you do draw this card in any type of deck for the querent, basically this means that there is an emotionally new beginning in the springtime that has to do with emotions, has to do with feelings, has to do with a deeper meaning for the universe, that type of thing. So you do see a lot of growth as well with the Ace of Cups, so that's also too something to note as well. This is a really good card also too, you guys, if you are looking for emotional fulfillment. This is an indicator that this is the end of any type of emotional obligations that you've had and emotional fulfillment. Your cup is overflowing. You're getting back what you're putting out into the universe emotionally. So just keep that in mind for the Ace of Cups. We also do have the Two of Cups. Now, I did want to talk a little bit about this, you guys, because we also had in the major arcana the Lovers. We talk a lot about the Two of Cups. So what I'm going to say about this is simple. The Two of Cups talks a lot about union, matrimony, marriage. It talks a lot about graduating from the Lovers card to the marriage card, to a partnership. Now, what's interesting about this is depending on where the cards lie around the Two of Cups, this can also mean a business partnership, a work partnership, a friendship. You see the winged lion with the two serpents. This is indicative of health, wealth, success, happiness. So you have the two serpents, which oftentimes that's looked at medicinally. That is looked at as wisdom, as kindness, as giving. This is traditionally depicted as both a man and a woman entering into an agreement with the Two of Cups. It is a proposal. It is a financial agreement. It is something where you are joining forces with another emotionally, spiritually, the whole entire, situation. And this is indicative, with the winged lion, that was for the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's indicative of God or the universe. So you are making this commitment to someone in front of that. So that is basically, you guys, the Two of Cups. So just to put it simply, it's matrimony, it's marriage, it's partnership. I'm going to save the court cards, the page, the king, and the queen until later, because it's also good too, because those are more indicative of the end. When you get to numbers too, you guys, like we talked about with the 1, 2, 3, that's the very beginning stages of tarot. When you get to the 8, 9, or 10, that is indicative of the end of a phase in someone's life for the tarot, whereas 1, 2, and 3s are indicative of just the beginning. So you can just kind of see that too. So this right here is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is a very interesting card because you can clearly see that this shadow figure is the Querent. This is the person who is having to ask a lot of questions to spirit, to the universe, things of that nature. So you can see with the cups here, we have different images that are presented to the Querent. Now, some of these images are plentiful. You have, obviously the jewels. You have, a wreath, which is indicative of health and happiness and abundance. You have spirits. You have, the mesmer that's up in the right-hand corner. You have the serpent. You have a whole bunch of different options. So this card is indicative of choices. It's indicative that if you have the Querent asking a question in regards to whatever it may be, that this card, if it comes out, means that the Querent is having to be faced with a ton of different options, questions. Emotionally, they're not really sure what to choose. They may have asked universe to give them a sign. They may have asked universe to, come and help me out, come and tell me what is going on, but universe is not exactly clear. We talk about free will with the cups a lot of times with emotions. So this is indicative that universe wants the Querent to choose. Choose what you think, but also to choose wisely based upon the options of what you're being offered. This card is also indicative of the fact that sometimes the choices that we are presented with are often figments. They are often clouded by smoke, clouded by things that can't be seen around us. So if the Querent does end up getting this, you can basically also state to them that you are sensing that they are basically getting clouded by their judgment. They're getting clouded by other options that they're not seeing, things of that nature. But this card is basically about choices, but it's to choose wisely emotionally. And also, too, depending on what the Querent chooses, they are also, too, getting with the Seven of Cups, they're getting that situation regardless. So it's best to take a break, choose emotionally. Don't be rash when you see this card if you're choosing something that's emotional. So that's the Seven of Cups. We also do have something else that's interesting. We have the Four of Cups here, you guys. Now, this is really interesting, the Four of Cups. Unlike the Seven of Cups, with the Four of Cups, this is indicative that the querent is at peace with their emotions, but there are 3 cups down here in the earth plane. There are 3 cups that are being presented to the querent on the earth plane, on the 3D level. We have the tree of knowledge here behind the querent. That's indicative that this person is seeking enlightenment. They are seeking some type of knowledge from spirit. The 3 cups that are being offered is the 3D material world. But then we see the 4th cup emerge from the hand of the universe. So this person has a choice. They can either take the cup that is offered from the universe, whatever this may be, or they can choose the 3D cups. But either way, this is a person who is deep in thought emotionally about things that are happening to them. Unlike the 7 of Cups where there are mirages, this person is not seeing that. They're seeing a clear path to spirit in the universe and manifestation. They are also seeing a clear path to the 3D world with the 3 of Cups. So that is basically the 4 of Cups. It is a choice, a message from the universe having to do with emotional clarity, having to do with manifestation, having to do with a message from the universe. So taking that into consideration, that is the 4 of Cups. We also do have the 3 of Cups. So the number 3, we talk about the fates. We talk about there was 3 fates. We talk about, the Holy Spirit, God, everything, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The 3s are indicative. In this case, it does show the 3 fates. The 3 maidens, they're often depicted as celebratory. They're often depicted as muses a lot of times in different tarot decks. So the 3 of Cups is very much a revelry, friendship, celebration emotionally. Happier times are coming emotionally. Good times with family, friends, the people that matter to you emotionally. So that is the 3 of Cups. It's a very, very fortuitous emotional card. It's a very, very celebratory, happy card. So that is essentially the 3 of Cups. We also do have, excuse me, we also do have here, you guys, the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups, and obviously the number 5 in numerology being indicative of change, being indicative of hardship. A lot of times with the number 5, we talk about the 5 of Cups. So this is obviously, the querent. This is a hooded man who is in black, which symbolizes depression. It symbolizes sadness. It symbolizes that this person is really going through the emotional tides. They're really feeling very much alone and lost, and they're feeling that their emotional decision was not the best decision that they could have made. So you can even, speak to the querent on this depending on what other cards are around. This querent basically has lost. Emotionally, mentally, they're drained. Physically, they might look very disheveled. And the sad thing about this querent is that they're feeling with this card that they have lost so much by the 3 of Cups. We talk about the 3 of Cups equaling the 3D world, you guys. So the world that we're living on right now. The 3 of Cups, if you see the 3 of Cups in any type of way, that is human. That is on the 3D plane. When you see any other type of cups, like you see the hand of the universe, the Ace of Cups, that cup that's in the 4 of Cups, that's indicative of spirit. That's indicative of things that we cannot see or things that are complicated beyond our grasp. So you see the 3 of Cups are tipped over. This person has had problems with the 3D world, but we see that there is hope. There is the 2 cups upright that the universe is giving to this querent, stating that even though that they have lost emotionally, they are still in the cruxes of choosing by turning around and opening up their eyes. So spirit is to the back of this querent with these 2 cups. So you might want to tell the querent it's time for you to move on or to open your eyes to the sense that you still have 2 full cups. You still have, the 2 is also a very powerful number. It is a multiple of 1, which means that there is more than enough on 2 sides. It's a balancing thing of the emotions. So this querent still has a chance. But the thing is they have to move on emotionally and just turn around and look. So that is the 5 of Cups. We also have here, you guys, the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups from the 5 of Cups that we just talked about. Now on to the 6, you guys. 6, home life, happiness, the number of Cancer, the number of emotions, the number of, children play, that type of thing, home life, happiness, innocence. So we had that in the 6 of Cups. You have joy, abundance, innocence, happiness emotionally. If you also do get a querent who draws this card and say there is the Lover's card, the matrimony card, this is also indicative that they just entered into marriage. This is like a newlywed card. They've entered into marriage. They've entered into some type of agreement, a new relationship with someone that's brand new, that has just started. It's in the infancy, as we call it, because you can see that there are 2 children here. So that is basically the 6 of Cups. This can also be indicative of a person who purchased a new home. It's something that is new to them emotionally, something that the querent has not gone through before. So that is essentially the 6 of Cups. It is joy, it is happiness, it is innocence in emotions. We also have, I'm just actually pulling out the court cards, you guys, because I want to do those last. We also have here too, the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is also interesting too, because this is indicative of a person who is not being emotionally honest. They are not being emotionally clear with what they are feeling. They also too are indicative of deception, treachery. There are things going on in their romantic or emotional relationships with others where they are leaving. As you can see, the 8 of Cups, 8, the infinity sign, the balance. This type of person is leaving their emotions behind. They are leaving other people holding the bag of their emotions. And you can see, this person just fleeing from the emotion. They can't face it. They can't face the reality of what they're feeling. They can't face the honesty of emotions. And universe is indicative because we see the moon here. We see the moon and the sun. We see the universe looking down upon this querent, upon this person, and they are fleeting in the night. So you can see with the moon that's showing there in the darkness that not every emotion is illuminated. Not every emotion is coming through, and universe is sensing that. They're sensing that this particular card, depending on what it is surrounded by, is showing that deception, is showing that fear of emotional intimacy, of emotions that they are not ready to face. Their cups, they're worried if their cups are full or empty. They don't even know because they are running away from facing their emotional truths. So that is the 8 of Cups. You can also tell the querent in this reading that depending on what other things are around, they could be running from something emotionally, a responsibility, a person, a bad situation that they think is a bad situation, but you have to look at the cups in order to know. So the universe is kind of telling them that these cups could be full, they could be empty, but this is a spiritual lesson that this person needs to know, and they need to stop with being deceptive or treacherous or leaving people holding the emotions and them not feeling anything. We can see the wall of emotions that are up with the 8 of Cups. We also do have here the We also do have here the 9 of Cups. So we talk about the 8 of Cups and we talk about the 9 of Cups. So what's interesting about the 8 of Cups is that is someone who is walking away from emotion. They are choosing a different path with emotion. The 9 of Cups is a person who is reveling in the emotions. They don't need to see if the cups are full or empty because they create their own manifestations with the cups. They create their own emotions. This is a person who is wise, has wisdom of their emotions, can feel things deeply, intuitively, is not immature with their emotions, is emotionally sound. The 9 of Cups shows that this person has all of their emotions lined up. They know what the story is. They're not running from the fear. They're not running from the darkness. They're not running from the fear of their emotions. They are sitting there and embracing them. So the 9 of Cups is indicative of a person who is emotionally stable, emotionally sound, is someone who is making the right emotional decision for themselves. They are clear on what they need to do. So the 9 of Cups is that fulfillment of the emotions. And we finally do have the 10 of Cups, which is indicative of emotional happiness, emotionally family orientated situation. We have the 10 of Cups being the completion of the cup suits. So, the number 10, it is the end. It is this person has gone through so much and they may be wishing for emotional fulfillment. They want the love of their life. They want the love to give to other people. They want to share in that abundance emotionally. They want to give to others, have children, give to charity, give what they can while keeping their cups full. So this person is looking towards the goodness of emotions and has really kind of contemplated their emotions, has given their emotions, and that is the 10 of Cups, the completion of the cups suits, the happiness, the joy, the emotion. This is also a very mature card, unlike the 6 of Cups with the children and the emotional joy and giddiness that you can feel with emotions. This is mature. This is a person who is sound in their emotions, and this person is wishing for a complete emotional life. They're not looking for anything that's going to just, help to catapult them to an emotional state of euphoria. They're looking for the completion emotionally. So that is the 10 of Cups. We also have the suits for like the page, the king, the queen, that type of thing. So we're going to start with the Page of Cups. Now this is really interesting because the Page of Cups to me always is indicative of Pisces. It's always indicative of that intuitive situation. You can see the fish inside of the cup. That is indicative of Pisces. You can see that this person is younger. They are, in tune emotionally, but there is a message emotionally coming to the querent. The fish with Pisces, we also talk about the dualities. We talk about, one side versus the other emotionally. So the Page of Cups is a message to the querent, a new beginning, a message of emotional clarity, of emotions, of the heart. So that is the Page of Cups. We also do have the Knight of Cups. Now, this is a younger masculine energy. This is someone who, we can paint as a younger person, an impetuous person. This is a person whose clarity of emotions is pure. The knight comes on the white horse, the desert, having the water in the desert, having the emotional clarity in the desert. So if you do receive the Knight of Cups, This is someone who is very emotional. This can be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person in the Quarantz reading who is coming to them to emotionally fulfill them, is very sensitive, is very joyful, is someone who, is in touch with their emotions. They feel the deeper side of things. We see the wings on the helmet. They are free emotionally. They are not in emotional bondage. You see the red, obviously indicative of blood, love, and the heart. So that is pretty much the Knight of Cups. This is someone who is younger, who is emotionally fulfilling, is emotionally in tune with their heart. That type of thing, depending on if the Quarant is male or female, makes no difference. It could be, if there is a male, this could be the opposite of that. If this person was a female, it could be a female. I mean, this is just describing that type of energy. We have to keep that in mind with the tarot, you guys. It's not so much about who it is as much as what the energy is portraying, because everything in spirituality is energy. There is no such thing as male, female. There is divine feminine, divine masculine. There's nothing like that with spirituality like there is on the 3D world. So this is the Knight of Cups. Again, a person who is younger, a younger type of spirit, a younger soul who, is offering up their emotions to the Quarant, is offering up that cup to the Quarant. We also do have the Queen of Cups, which this is the divine feminine energy. The Queen of Cups, again, could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces woman. It could be, a Scorpio, Pisces man who is in touch with their divine feminine energy, the emotions, the goodness of life. They want to shower someone with emotional clarity, emotional goodness, that type of thing. It's a very sensitive person. It's a very loving person who can show this. But you also have to be careful with the cups, because even though there is emotional clarity and emotional happiness, water often runs cold. So if there is a situation where there is mistreatment in the spread around it, that can also be indicative that this person has gone cold on you, or that they are unfeeling, they are, standoffish towards you, depending on if this is reversed or not. But again, with the Queen of Cups, you have that depth. You have a person who is not shallow by any means. This person is a very deep individual in touch with their divine feminine energy. These cards can also be indicative of the Quarant, depending on when the Quarant was born, or things of that nature with their zodiac sign. So that's also something good to talk about as well. The Queen of Cups is that hug that you need, is that love that you need, is that, emotional support from the divine feminine. So that is the Queen of Cups. And lastly, all of my star pupils, we have the King of Cups. So this is the opposite of the Queen of Cups in the sense that this is divine masculine of the emotional realm. You can see that the King of Cups does sit on the throne, surrounded by water. This is a person who is emotionally has wisdom. They are wise. They are a person to go to. This is an older divine masculine. This is an old soul. This is a person who you can feel, either, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who is fulfilled emotionally. They can go with the tides of emotion. They can stay steady with emotions. They can feel the depths of emotion, the complications of emotion. This is a person who's been around a long time, who can see that, who can love, who can show sensitivity, who can give goodness to others, who can, be emotionally fulfilling. Unlike if it's reversed, this is a person who is not emotionally stable. This is a person who, emotionally takes advantage of other people. So it depends on which way the cards are. I do know, you guys, a lot of tarot readers, a lot of people will not use reversed cards. It depends. As a true tarot reader, I feel like whatever way the cards come in is how they come in. Some people do not do reverse because they do not want to frighten the Quarants from having something that is beyond their control. So it just depends. If you are more comfortable just letting the fates in the universe decide, go ahead and do that. Shuffle them however you want. If you don't want to use reversed cards in the spread, you don't need to. But that is basically up to you as a tarot card reader and what you feel comfortable with in spirit, in the universe. If you want to meditate on that, you can. I would definitely suggest that when you do tarot card readings, especially if you're talking about emotional things, like with the cup suits, it's always good at any tarot card reading to definitely, clear out your energy. Keep open mind if you're going to either do straight up cards like this or reversals. Just keep it very much like, okay, universe, let me see what I can do for this person. Let me see what I can do for the Quarren. And then you have basically whatever comes up in the spread. But the King of Cups, again, divine masculine, emotional stability, emotional happiness, fulfilled emotionally, no longer looking on the outside in the 3D realm to find emotional stability, knowing within emotionally that you are sound, the King of Cups. So all my star pupils, that is pretty much the cups suits. Suits or suites, depending on how you say it or where you are, it does not matter. We are going to be talking about in the next video the wands. That is the fire energy, so stay tuned for that. In a couple, days or maybe next week sometime, I'm also going to be releasing the Sagittarius Zodiac birthday video. We will be using 2 different new Oracle card decks that I actually just recently bought. And we will be doing that for all the Sagittarius people out there who want to, get down and party, as most of my Sagittarius people do. And if you do want to, please follow me on Instagram. I, link up the daily readings there. I'm going to try and get some more information on the Pentacles, like you guys had asked. So many of you had reached out to me on Instagram, have liked my posts, have liked, or subscribed to this channel. Please continue to do that. You guys, it helps me to make videos. Comment down below if you want to see some different 101 videos or anything like that, but please do that. I did have a few people on my Instagram ask me if I would do card readings. At this time, my stars, I'm probably going to wait, only because I don't feel called to do that right now at this time, but I will do private readings when I feel like I am ready to do that, especially with this channel. I want to kind of teach and inform others instead of, doing the card readings at this time. I wanted to do, these 101 classes on the tarot for others, but I will consider private card readings in the future if someone is interested in that. But again, definitely comment down below, like, subscribe, and again, you guys, keep it light, keep it starry, keep it bright out there. If you need anything, please reach out to me through Instagram to talk more about the spiritual stuff. And please, everyone out there, continue to stay safe. Continue to just be, of mental mind, of mental clarity, of emotional clarity. This too shall pass. I know that a lot of things are going on for a lot of people right now, so I'm sending all the love out there to people. I know that things are very difficult. Talk to spirit, talk to your guides, talk to the universe, talk to a friend, family member, whatever the situation is, and just know that we're all in this together. This is a very, very difficult time for some people, and for basically all of us as a whole. But come to this channel to kind of get away from all of that if you need to. We're going to be doing some interesting things for around the holiday season, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I hope to see you all for the next video of the wand, to see and hope that everyone is doing well. Bye.